Tom Sawyer. Sawyer. Tom Sawyer. Yeah, bro. Here is a picture showing a chest of hidden treasure. Look at it carefully and say where it is hidden. Now let us read a story about a young boy, Tom, and his friend Huck. Let's find out what happened to them. Tom was fond of adventures. He had always depended of finding boxes of hidden treasure in haunted houses. So he made a plan with his friend Huck. On a Saturday evening, the two friends decided to go on a treasure hunt. The two boys selected a broken down house in a quiet place. It was at a distance far away from the village. I do not want to go to a haunted house. I am afraid of ghosts, Huck said to Tom. Come on, Huck. Ghosts do not come before midnight. We would not be there the whole night, Tom assured his friend. Tom and Huck entered the house armed with a pickaxe and a shape. They started digging at the particular place inside the house. After digging for some time, they were tired and stopped digging. Just as the moment they heard a voice, shocked, they left their pickaxe and shape. They up the staircase themselves hide themselves inside a room on the first floor, through a hole in the floor and of the room. They saw two men entering the house. One was a well-known thief named Joe. He was tall. The other man was short and lame. Short and lame. The The two men noticed the pickaxe and the shade left behind by Tom and Huck. They started digging at the place the boys has chosen. After some time, Joe's spade struck something solid, and soon he dug out a box full of gold coins. The two men cried out in joy. It's a great discovery. I wondered who buried the box in this house. Joe said to his friend, "Forget the man who buried. Forget." Joe said to his friend, "Forget the man who buried the box. Have you thought of the pickaxe and the shade? Who left them here? I think someone had come here before we arrived. Let us search the house." The man left the pickaxe in the room. "I am sure he's now hiding on the first floor," said Joe to his companion. He started going upstairs with his companion. The two boys felt their blood running cold. Thankfully, the old stairs collapsed and Joe toppled to the ground. The boys began to breathe more easily. Wrapping the box with a blackened blanket, Joe lifted to it on his shoulder. and the man left the place. On seeing the two men leaving the house, Tom and Huck ran downstairs. Thank God, we had a narrow escape. Huck too said to Tom, "See, I told you, treasures are indeed buried in haunted houses," said Tom. "But where is the treasure, Tom? We came looking for it and missed it." They dug the place with the help of our tools and took away the gold coins. Grabbered Huck. "Do not worry, Huck," said Tom. "Let's go and search for hidden treasure in some other haunted place." तो इतना हम पढ़ी दिलो इतना मैं कौन सा एक्टिविटी सीन कोई दियो कौन सा Let's find activities. Let's find out how much we have understood. Choose the correct answer from the option to complete each sentence. On a Saturday night, Tom and Huck went out to find hidden treasure. Tom and Huck entered the house armed with a pickaxe and a shape. Tom and Huck saw two men entering the house. Thank God, we had a narrow escape. Who said this to whom? Huck said to Tom. Yeah, next chapter to John. Now use some sentence like the Dhyan Chand. Hi. Kunya hi dise wampa into hi. Juno dise. प्राइवेट किताब क्या तरह राकीबुल आली हाई दिसे हाई हाई से हाई दिलू ये पापा इसको दिया सको तो चैप्टर और चैप्टर 3 को दिया पापा ओ पापा Chapter 3 go. Chapter 3 আছে এবারে। সরি আছে। ওকে থাকো তো আমার বেশি ভালো লাগে। এটা। Chapter 3. Dhyan Chand, look at the pictures below. The people in the picture are all great Indian sportsperson. In pairs, discuss and write down the names of the sportsperson from the option given in the box. Can you guess which sports can you guess which sport each player is famous for? Chili. Chapter Chamma. Here is a story about Dhyan Chand, one of the greatest hockey players the world has seen. Dhyan Chand was one of the eminent Indian sports personalities who achieved world fame. Dhyan Chand attained international stature in the field of hockey and is counted among the greatest sports legends. It is said that what Pale is to football and Muhammad Ali is to boxing. Dhyan Chand is to ho- uh, Dhyan Chand is to hockey. He remains the greatest hockey player of all time. Till the arrival of Dhyan Chand, the Europeans and Americans were leading masters of the game. Dhyan Chand shocked the Europeans and the Americans with his splendid performance of in three Olympics. This great hockey player was born as Dhyan Singh on 29th August 1905 into a Rajput family in Allahabad. The turning point of his life came when he joined the British Indian Army at the age of 16. The army gave him the much needed opportunity and the facilities to practice hockey. He performed to do his practice seasons at night after his duty hours. He often waited for the moon to come out so that the visibility in the field improve his practice season. Coincident with the rising of the moon, and so Dhyan Singh came to be Dhyan Chand by his fellow players. His coach also predicted that he would one day shine like the moon. He gave him to the title Chand. Chand is a Hindi word for Chand is a Hindi word for moon. A few years later, in 1928, he led the Indian hockey team to win the first gold medal for India in Amsterdam. He won his second gold in 1932 Olympics in Los Angeles. The last gold came to him in 1936 Olympics in where he led the Indian team. He also won the title of Hockey Personality of the Century there. या प्रस्तुती बरं आहे हाय दिसे हाय. Uses of ICT. Can you say in what ways these two devices are similar and in what ways they are different? Both these devices are used in ICT. Do you know what ICT is? Now read the lesson to find out. Aparba and Anis came to their teacher with a complaint. Ma'am, a few of our classmates are peeping through the windows window of the ICT lab. The seniors are working there. Ritvika ma'am looked at the two pupils. She smiled at them and said, "Is that so? Do you also want to see what is going on at the lab?" "Yes, ma'am," they responded cheerfully. The the teacher promised to take their class to the lab that afternoon. At the lab, "Ma'am, hello everyone. Let's begin with a question. Can anyone tell me the name of this lab?" "Inis. ICT lab, ma'am." "Ma'am, what is the full form of ICT? Anyone?" "Eparba. Sorry, ma'am, I don't know." "Ma'am, ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. Will you remember? Will you remember it? Hurry." Yes, yes, ma'am. Information and Communication Technology. Now let's look at the projection screen. What do you see on the screen? Supna. There are computers, a laptop, a mobile phone, and a radio. Marjoni. There is a tall tower and a satellite. Ma'am, very good. Beside this, there is a server in the picture. Hurry. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can anyone tell me some of the uses of computer? Anis, we use a computer to draw, calculate, and display online games. Eparba, sometimes we watch movies too. Ma'am, very good. A computer can perform many other tasks. You can design, compose, edit, download, and save images and audio, video materials. Supna, madam, can we do similar things on our mobile phones? Hi. Oh, I have seen my brother once recent and record a poem on his mobile phone. He sent to it to his English teacher for her comments. Ma'am, in fact, that is good example of the use of ICT like computers. A smartphone is a digital device that can perform similar functions. For most of these tasks, the computer and mobile phone require internet connectively. Inis, madam, are are both the computer and mobile phone ICT? Ma'am, they are ICT devices and that use technology to create, collect, process for process and manage information. Mary, madam, what do the seniors do in the lab? Ma'am, here they learn about the hardware and the software components for of a computer. They also learn to use ICT for their studies. Mary, ma'am, could you tell us more about ICT? Ma'am, of course, it is the technology to communicate information at a very fast speed and with accuracy. For example, a computer requires internet connectivity connectively to enable searching for information. There are applications called search engines or browsers like Google or Yahoo that we use to search for information. The search engines that take take you to various websites containing information for your specific questions. Harry, I have played online games, but how do we use ICT for studies? Ma'am, in many ways actually. For examples, if you are asked to do a project on English grammar, you will be able to use your ICT skills to locate, access, and gather information from website like www.cambridgeenglish.org or www.oxfordonlineenglish.com. Let's visit the ICT lab tomorrow. I will show you ways in which ICT can help us learn English grammar. All the children. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Papa, এবাৰ আহিব পাৰিব?
কি
ভিডিঅ' শেষ হ'ব এতিয়া।
হা
ভিডিঅ'টো শেষ হ'ব এতিয়া।
কি
ভিডিঅ'টো শেষ হ'ব।
ঠিক আছে কওক
হৈ যাওক, শেষ কৰি যাওক। বাই বাই।